So we're just now coming to the end of Moark Road at the southernmost side of Missouri. You can see a big red gate there. That's the neighbor's driveway. And we're going to cut left. So Moark Road just ended. And we're going to cut left onto the gravel road to the property. And this is where you may encounter a gate or a cable. We'd be happy to give you the combo for that. There we go. So we'll pull on through here in a second. But also I wanted to mention, if you want to drive to State Line Cove, pull through that first gate, and then instead of continuing south, if you go off to the field, go off to the east, and there's kind of a trail that kind of runs along the tree line at the field, and that will take you all the way down to State Line Cove. You can take a truck or an SUV right down to the water, and actually, I guess you could put your boat or jet ski in right there. So we do own this property, and you've got our permission to use that. I mean, it's not an easement or anything, but as long as we own this chunk right here, you're welcome to do that. If you want some easier access to State Line Cove, if you don't want to necessarily put a trail in going east on your property, then this gives you a really good option to still get to the water. And you'll see that big tower there. This used to be a buffalo ranch, and that, I guess, was a viewing station, so everybody could look at the buffalo. So now we're pulling through to the south, and just follow the gravel road. Beautiful open meadow. We always see deer and turkey out here. This is the nearest neighbor. Super nice guy and his wife, retired. Beautiful lake view. So we're still at the north side of the peninsula. We've actually got some Corps land on the right there. Those white pickets indicate the Corps of Engineer land. And we're going to keep heading south. So this large gray metal building, it's a really good landmark because that's where we come to the Y in the road. So we've just passed the building, pile of gravel, but that won't be there forever. But we come to the Y in the road, and now we're going to go left at the Y in the road. If we were to go right, we would continue all the way down. It goes all the way down to the south side of the peninsula, where that really cool sandy beach area is. So I mean, that's awesome. There are some rough sections in the road, so if you're not in a truck or an SUV, you probably don't want to head down that way. For the most part, it's good, but there is one rocky area where you kind of have to go up some rocks. But anyway, we go to the left. It's just the wildlife out here is amazing. It's like a private zoo. This whole peninsula, it seems like there are some herds of deer and turkeys and whatnot that just stay out here, because almost every single morning we see 10 or 15 or 20 deer in that field. We've been seeing turkey all the time. Now we've come to another Y in the road, and this time we're going to head to the right. If you go left, it just goes to a small field and stops right away. We're going to veer to the right. Really, you do want to have that MapRight link, if at all possible. Download the MapRight app to your smartphone or your tablet, and then we'll send you the link to the active MapRight map. And then if you open your email on your phone, it'll say, do you want to open this, because we'll email you the link. If you open that email, it will say, do you want to open this link within the MapRight program? And you'll say yes. And then the actual interactive map from the listing will open up, and there'll be a little blue dot that indicates where you are. So it's by far the best way to look at these tracts. because this can certainly be confusing. I've been out here many times and I'm still confused by the road system. Obviously these are fairly primitive roads or trails. That is by design. These will never be large paved roads. This is really more for truck and SUV lifestyle. So we're really close to the property. I just stopped here to kind of get this spliced in, but where we are is we're on the easement road. We're looking at tract 9 on the left. So if you have a master map in front of you, that'll kind of tell you where we are. This road that goes off to the north here, that goes to tracts 6, 7, and 8. But we're going to continue going straight on one of the main roads, I guess you could call it. And again, you definitely want the MapRight app when you come out here. That thing is fantastic. It's changed how we do things. Really cool. Get the app, and then we'll send you the link to the map, and it'll have that base map with a blue dot to indicate right where you are. So you can check out the boundaries. You can check out everything. Really great. Okay, so I do have MapRight open, and we're going to be coming up on the property on the right in just a little bit. On our left is tract 10, and we're going to be looking at, it appears to be tract 65, and it is one of the bigger tracts out here actually, and has quite a bit of frontage on these easement roads. Looks like possibly 2 separate easement roads. Okay, so now we've just made it to the property on the left. Kind of a small meadow area. We're looking right into the sun, but what we'll do is we'll pull further up and then kind of look back, so at least we have the sun behind us. But I can already see it lays really nicely. Now these are 2, I would call these rough spots in the road here, and I was aware of these, and we just had a ton of rain. I thought these would be worse. In 2-wheel drive, even today, these would be fine. But definitely be aware that there are some rough spots on these minimum maintenance roads. So the property's still on the right. We still have that kind of enlarged field stretching off to the side. Okay, so we've got a couple options. We can either park here or go on foot. So now the road, we've come to a Y in the road. If you take the Y to the right, that's what still borders the property. I think that's what we'll do. And I know the guys haven't been out here to do much at all on these roads, although this one looks to be a pretty wide, decent road. And we'll do a drone video as well, and that'll show you really nicely how the property is situated. It looks like it slopes up very, very gently off the road. I'm seeing all different types of timber, but what I'm seeing is good timber. Let's look back here. So the property on the left as we look that direction. I can hear a boat off in the distance, but not too far in the distance because we're extremely close to Bull Shoals Lake. Oh, and this is gorgeous. We sell a lot of properties that have had recent logging, and it is a breath of fresh air to sell one that has not. I see some great timber. If there was anything cut here, then it was probably cut for firewood, because I'm not aware of any commercial logging in my lifetime anyway. For the last 40 years, every property's been logged at some point. So you may find some ancient stumps, but everything I'm looking at shows nice timber. So this is rising up really gently. I see big trees. I see multiple spots for building. I see some really nice trees, actually. Some beautiful hardwood trees here. There's half a dozen large trees all in a row. We saw the Timber Shoals herd of deer out here this morning. They were waiting for us at the meadow. which they almost always are. Pull off the paved road, and there they all are in the meadow, and they watched us, and we got a few pictures. This is awesome. I mean, this is like what we would consider ideal for creating a building site, because you don't have to touch any of this big timber. You can just take your chainsaw, remove this tiny timber, and create a spot to, you know, pull your RV or do your cabin, your 600 square foot cabin or home. Like I said, this is one of the larger tracts out here, so if you wanted a little more space, you've got it. Back about 50 feet, I see an old cross fence. That's not a boundary marker. It's just a random cross fence. So take a look at the aerial video as well, the drone video that we'll take of this property. That'll show it very well. You can check us out at InstantAcres.com. That's where you'll find this property if it's still available. And you are more than welcome to come take a look at it. Let us know if you're headed out here, and we'll get you the combo for the cable or gate. If that happens to be up, you'll want the combo at the start of the easement road. And you can come on out here and you can check out every square inch of this property. Let us know if you find anything cool. InstantAcres.com.